I'm going to very briefly talk to you about the British Council's ESOL Nexus project. I'm aware that we're sort of getting behind with time, so I'll try and talk fairly fast. And Melissa's going to help me with moving the slides on, and she's looking worried because I told her there were links to click on, so she's a bit worried about that.
I don't have a good track record.
Okay, so let's move on then to the first. Okay. I have introduced this project so many times now that for my own entertainment I decided to turn it into a quiz because my first slide has been the same for some time. So I have three questions for you. The first one is, who funds the ESOL Nexus project and who are the beneficiaries? I have got members of the team sitting in the room, so if you all fail to answer the question, I know that I've got people who can, I hope, I've got people who can stick their hands up. So who funds the ESOL Nexus project, do we know? Yay, yes, European Integration Fund, and the beneficiaries are? Oh yeah, it's up in the top right-hand corner, well spotted. Good students. Who are the beneficiaries? Third country nationals, exactly. So if Melissa clicks on that, you see, you have to get your pointer in the right place. Down here, on the link. Yay, yes. So, just to explain third country nationals, that is learners who come into the UK with the intention of settling and staying with us, who are not from the European Economic Area and have been here for less than 10 years. And those are the official beneficiaries of European Integration Fund projects. Now, our beneficiaries, because we are, it's a web-based project, we're setting up a website, which is open access, it does mean that all ESOL learners will be able to access the site. So we are not shutting out anybody who's not a third country national, and that's one of the benefits of this project, that we're able to support the wider ESOL sector. For our purposes, we need to count how many of those learners are third country nationals, and that's why we have a registration process on the site that we encourage learners to use. We don't force them at this point to use registration. And so we're basically working on incentives to get people to register on the site rather than making it a condition of use. Do you know when the project started? Don't have to give an exact date, but last year? Yeah, officially, 1st of July last year. So we're nearly at the end of year one, which is a bit scary, really. It seems to have all happened incredibly quickly. And the end of year one is racing towards us very quickly. And the two aims of the project is the final question. I'm not sure even I can remember this off the top of my head. Well, not exactly. We haven't gone for... We think it would be quite hard for us to demonstrate that we have help people to integrate. That would be quite bold, I think. Maybe Melissa can just reveal that. So it's providing the target group with opportunities to develop their English skills through very UK-focused English language citizenship and work skills types of resources that have been written for the target group. And the scary one at the bottom is the one that we need to just keep to ourselves, really, the 48,000 learners in 3 years. That's 48,000 third country nationals. Unfortunately, that is not 48,000 hits on our website, so, but you can leave us to worry about that one. If we move on. So we have three main strands to the project. We have the website, we have a whole group of pilot centres. We have 12 pilot centres in the 4 nations, and those pilot centres are trialling resources for us. That's their main role, is to try things out with learners and to get feedback from teachers and learners. And every time a resource is developed, before it goes on the site, it goes for piloting, and we respond to the feedback. And then we have our team of writers, our ESOL, we sort of christen them ESOL resource specialists, but it's a bit of a mouthful. Essentially what they're doing is writing resources for us. They are virtually all practicing teachers. If they're not practicing teachers now, they have a long history of experience as ESOL teachers. And they've been working now for, as I say, about 9 months developing resources, and we have a lot more in the pipeline. So here's your update of where we're up to at the moment. We launched on the 2nd of April 2002. The website address is here. You need to put an HTTP in front of it, but not a www, which confuses some people. So far, we have had, I checked this morning, we've had about 3,650 unique visits and over 30,000 page views. So that's people scrolling through the site and looking at different things on it. And that's pretty good, I think, in about a month of being up and running. The push now is to increase awareness of the site and to get more and more people using it and to put more content on it. I talked about ways of encouraging people to register, and one of those is the competition, which we're running, which finishes on the 11th of May. And the competition is all about writing a little bit about your experience of coming to the UK and settling in the UK. And it's going to generate resources which will go onto the site with activities to go with them. So the top 10 stories will also become resources on the site for learners. And we've had quite a good number of competition entries so far, including people from the Philippines who said they were in the UK, but their IP address clearly revealed they were not in the UK. So, we've got quite a nice, but we have got plenty of UK entries as well. But there's a lesson plan on the site to go with the competition, because one of the ways that we would encourage you to get your learners involved is possibly to do a lesson which encourages them to do this piece of writing and then to upload it on the site. We have also launched, and it's actually closed now, but the closing date for the Research Awards was the 30th of April. We're now at the stage where we're reviewing the applications for the Research Awards, and 3 of those will be awarded, and a further range of Research Awards will be awarded in year 2 of the project as well. We're also developing online CPD modules and a CPD framework, which Judith has been very closely involved with. And that is with the designers and should be ready any day now. And that is all about where you are in your ESOL career and how you might develop yourself further. And it's been very interesting. We obviously hit a huge obstacle halfway through the development of this, because everything blew up in the teacher training sort of picture for England, and we had to go back and look at things again. But it's actually maybe an opportunity rather than a problem, because I think this is now a time when we can contribute to that discussion about what's appropriate for ESOL teachers. Lots more self-access items are on the way, including some quite innovative ones. Some ideas about speaking are being developed by Sally, who's sitting over at the back there, and further sort of resources that are useful for people living in the UK. So we've got things about vocabulary, but it's vocabulary that comes up in your day-to-day life, like cashback and, the sort of things you hear at the till. And we're trying to fill gaps in existing resources as well. And we've been working on a big project with a group of migrant domestic workers to develop a video resource for them. And the filming for that finished on the 22nd of April, and the resources are in development to go with that. So if we move on. I just wanted to highlight one of our star resources and just wave some publicity at you. I'm not going to play the audio to go with this, because I just want to not to take up too much of your time. One of our research findings very early in the project was that people are still demanding more resources for lower level learners and learners with basic literacy challenges. And so a team have been working on something called The Town, which is all based around a map of a town. So if you go on to the next slide, this is what that first slide was, what it looks like on the website. They've done some very nice hand-drawn illustrations to go with it. And this is the town. We've got a bit of allegiance to a particular supermarket down the bottom right-hand corner there. Other supermarkets are available, says Melissa. And to go with it, there are teachers' notes. At the moment, it's 3 units at the moment on the site, but another unit is in development, which is split into further 4 parts. So there's a lot more to come. There are worksheets, there are sound files, there are PowerPoints, there are flashcards. There's just about everything you might need to run the lessons. If you just move on to the next one, you'll see. I was going to play you an audio file, but I won't bother. But this is the sort of thing, it's all been done to quite a high quality, produced to quite high quality with nice illustrations, nice sort of authentic audio to go with it as well. And that sort of drive to create things for lower level learners will continue. What we're finding is on the self-access side of the site, you have to be aware that a lower level learner would struggle more with the instructions as to how to use the activity than they would with the activity themselves. So we're working on accessibility on the learner side of the site, sort of to add, for example, videos that show you how to find things on the site. And that's not there at the moment, but it will be there soon. Can I just wave some things at you? On the table in the corner, there are packs of cards. Now, these are for learners, and we have 25,000 of these, so don't hold back. If you want to take 1,000 for your learners, and we did have one of our writers who asked for 1,000, that's fine, but you'll need to speak to Marat, who's got access to boxes and boxes of the things. They're credit card size to just be able to take away. They've got the website address in them, and they're just to give out to learners. We have got flyers as well for colleagues and staff. They do have a learner side and a teacher side, so learners could also take these if you wanted to as well. But take multiple copies. The aim is not particularly that you just take one for yourself, it's to disseminate the information. And we will have posters on the way as well. So if you want a poster, again, contact us and we'll send out posters to you when they're ready. We really want to get the word out. And I was just looking with Phil at who was on the website this morning. And there were 3 people on the website this morning, according to Google Analytics. 2 of them were in the middle of the ocean, which we found hard to, because it actually tells you the location. And they were sitting in the middle of the sea, so I don't know what they were doing, on a boat somewhere, on a cruise ship, potentially. And one of them was in, where was the other one? Saudi Arabia. Yeah, so we have some work to do. Really raising awareness among learners, but we do hope it's going to be a great resource. We do hope it's really going to support the work of teachers and it's going to support learning in the ESOL sector, and hopefully it's something positive in an uncertain world at the moment. That's the information. We have Twitter, we have Facebook site. Encourage your learners to follow us on Facebook, and my email address is there as well. But I'll be around so you can talk to me. Okay. Thank you.